great to be here for this is my what? My 5th or 6th year sa tax.
Kala ko 19th direct.
19th ba?
19th tax na to.
Sobra ka naman.
Hindi, yung tax.
Akalain mo may kamukha pala ako. No? Magandang tanghali, magandang hapon sa mga ano. Thank you for being here. Thank you Arms Corps Global Defense for having me here again. I was actually part of the inception nitong Tactical Survival and Arms Expo. Proud to say that our roots were very small. So, kumbaga backyard. Parang napagtripan lang namin yung konsepto, pero ito na siya ngayon. Now, to start off, meron kagad akong giveaways from Black Octopus Gear and Metro Sporting Arms. Ngayon, kung sino makakapagpakita sa akin na subscriber siya ng Manila Sentinel YouTube channel, bibigyan ko ng freebie kagad. Yan. Subscribe ka na. Sir, eto gawa ko to. You can pick one.
1 year na siya subscriber.
Tapos, meron kang pouch from Black Octopus Gear. Pick one also. Large sleeves from Metro Sporting Arms. Anong kulay, sir? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anong pangalan niyo, sir? Ted Fernandez. Thank you, Mr. Ted Fernandez. O, sino pa? Sino pa? Sir, sige, come over. Pakita niyo sa akin. Pili kayo ng anong kulay gusto niyo. Blue. And I will give you another pouch from Black Octopus Gear. Plus this. Oh, matching, oh. Coincidence. Hindi ko alam yan, sir. Hindi ko alam yan na nag-matching. Thank you so much, sir. What's your name? Milper. Okay. Gail, I think we can start with my, Now, obviously, you're here because kayo po ay mga prepper. Sino po dito ang mga prepper? Bukod sa amin ni Mr. Louie Domingo. Prepper si sir. Now, we are here to define what prepping is all about. Kasi, like I said, in the beginning, when we were starting out hindi pa siya Tax Expo in 2015. Nung ginawa namin to, it was called the Adventure Expo. But, the base concept is the same. So, lahat ng mga survival, lahat ng mga, sabihin na natin, defense, and all those training, all those skills that you need for survival are incorporated in this expo. So, alam nyo ba, sino sa atin ang nakakaalam kung anong prepping? Ano po yung prepping? Yung mga preppers, bakit, ano yung definition nyo ng prepping? Kayo, sir, what to you is prepping?
Pangalan ng flash drive.
Okay. Sige, I'll accept that. So technically, kung i-base natin doon sa Doomsday Preppers sa National Geographic, so they're preparing for an extreme apocalyptic event. But for us, for me, ang prepping is an everyday thing. So hindi mo kailangan napaka-elaborate ng preparations mo. You can start off with as simple as everyday emergencies. What you do from the time you get up in the morning, ano yung mga ritual nyo, do you go to work? If you go to work, if you go to school, kayo ba ay may sasakyan, bisikleta, motor, kotse, jeep, bus, MRT, LRT, di ba? So like we said, prepping is lang for preparedness. But as we defined it, siguro pwede natin sabihin doomsday or an extreme event, but let's simplify it into what are, sabihin na natin, the common catastrophes in the Philippine setting. Meron tayo at least dalawa. Remember that we have taon-taon, buwan-buwan halos, binabagyo tayo. And then there is always that possibility of an earthquake na mataas ang magnitude. And the third, medyo minor, is yung volcanic eruption, which will also cause some sort of an earthquake, pero mas rare yung occurrence ng volcanic eruption. Next slide. So yung tatlong yun pa lang, yun yung mga major. But what people fail to realize is, ano yung everyday emergencies natin? Ano yung everyday preparedness natin? Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na everyday carry, or para sa akin, the everyday carry system. Depending on what you do for a living. Pero magko-commercial break ako. Lahat ba kayo nag-lunch na?
Di pa.
Di pa raw nagla-lunch yun.
Breakfast pa lang.
Medyo mababang energy level ko eh. Gail, nakalimutan mo na naman yung kape ko.
Wala nga kape direct sa may
Sorry, okay. So, anticipation of disasters. Ito yung mga natural. Ano yung mga man-made? Maring civil unrest, violence in the streets, the possibility of war. Now, when people talk about prepping, these are just some of the topics. Mapapansin nyo, sa lineup ng seminars ng Tax Expo, maraming related. There's hydroponics, there's farming, there's power generation, di ba? Yung mga, basically, the skills that you will learn or the skills that you will need to survive are related to self-reliance. Yung kayo mismo ang gagawa, di ba? Hindi nyo na iaasa to a much larger entity or institution like the government or the police or the military. Ano yung common mistake ng mga tao? Halimbawa, talking about firearms, talking about self-defense. Meron tayong display of firearms, meron tayong display ng mga items, which are specifically for self-defense. By the way, yung mga giveaway ko na keychain, these are actually non-metallic, less lethal devices. Kung mapapansin nyo, medyo matigas po yan. Masakit sa kamay gumawa ng ganito. But with the proper technique, with the proper amount of force, medyo may aray factor to. Lalo na pag hinalo nyo na sa mga susi. So, kaya ako namimigay ng ganyan. It's a less lethal alternative. So, may aray factor. We do that because we rely on ourselves. Diba? Hindi lahat ng oras mababantayan tayo ng mga law enforcement. Hindi lahat ng oras may pagtatanggol tayo ng hukbong sandatahan, halimbawa. Diba? True or not? Yan. Alam nyo, wala po akong COVID. Pwede naman po maupo sa harap. Baka gusto nyo medyo cozy tayo dito. I like to be intimate with my talks. Kaya kung going forward, so these are just some of the topics. So maririnig nyo bushcraft, maririnig nyo how to start a fire na walang posporo. Next slide na po. Ito yung the more interesting thing. How does one become a prepper? Sir, kayo po, paano kayo naging prepper? What started you off? Through hiking. Okay. Kayo po, ano yung naging umpisa ng typhoon? So ako, ang start ko, I started out sometime in 1980. The summer of 1980. Nung ako ay nag-Boy Scout. So even back then, at an early age, I was only, forget about it. Not so long ago. When I had more hair, you know, nung time na yon, na-appreciate ko na self-reliance. How to survive in the wild, ganyan. Until na-develop yung interest ko. At the same time, yung knowledge na nag-compile. When we talk about catalyst, kasi parang not everybody can be a prepper or not everybody has the prepping mindset. Kagaya ni Sir, yun yung catalyst, nagkaroon ng natural disaster. Kumbaga napukaw yung isipan niya, uy, kailangan ko na pala maghanda. Nagka-brown out sa amin, wala man lang akong flashlight, wala man lang akong kandila, di ba? Or, nagkaroon ng typhoon, nagsara mga tindahan, wala man lang pagkain sa bahay. So that gets you started. Doon na kayo mag-iisip, uy, dapat pala paghandaan ko na yung mga ganito-ganyang bagay. So, catalyst. Pangalawa, maaaring hindi kayo nagkaroon ng traumatic experience, pero may kaibigan kayong kagaya ni Louie Domingo, kagaya ko, ng mga BI, di ba? Pakikitaan kayo ng mga cool toys, bubulong-bulong. So, yun yung peer influence. The third is, maaring it's in your nature to be prepared. You're the kind of person who was wired for it. You're the kind of person with a DNA na, oy, kailangan maghanda ako. Kailangan medyo may gulang factor ako sa katawan. Next slide natin, please. Now, what is the progression naman? Technically speaking, lahat tayo prepper. Pero meron niyang kasing stages. And I call it the first, second, and the third stage. Ngayon, ano yung, nandito na kayo sa first stage, nasa awareness na kayo. Nag-attend na kayo ng mga expo, probably nag-aaral-aral na kayo ng other skills like bushcraft, nagka-camping kayo, nag-hiking kayo. And then, you will get to the second stage. Actually, yung first stage, tsaka yung second stage, medyo magastos. Lalo na kung hindi kayo magkocontrol. Lalo na kung makikinig kayo sa amin ni na Louie, ni na lahat ng mga baliw na kasamahan namin. Why? Because, for one, you will attend trainings. For another, you will have the temptation to buy all the gadgets, all the equipment, lahat niyan. Pero, nag-progress ka na eh, nasa survivalist stage ka na. Meaning, hindi na superficial yung knowledge mo. It's not like when people in mainstream talk about the go bag. Ano makikita nyo sa go bag? May bote ng bottled water, merong first aid kit na walang kinalaman sa first aid, di ba? And other useless items. For example, ako na lang. I'm a medic, emergency medical technician ako. Doon sa aking medical kit, wala pong gamot. Hindi ako nagdadala ng gamot. Why? Because pharmaceuticals are perishable. Malay ko kung nailagay ko sa go bag ko yung nakalimutan ko na nagkasapot-sapot na ng gagamba, hindi ko na magagamit. Tapos pag uminom ako ng gamot, imbis na makabuti, nakabuti sa CR. Diba? So, there are things that the mainstream knows na are actually useless. Diba? Makikita natin lagi. So, when you reach the survivalist stage, you begin to filter out useless information, useless equipment. Andyan yung progression nun eh. You buy all the cool And then, yung third stage, dito na po ako, nasa level 3 na ako ng game eh. This is the readiness. How do I define it? Mind you, this is a very difficult stage to reach. Why? Because not many are prepared for it. Not many are up for it. For example, ano yung pinaka-concrete example na lagi kong binibigay? There was one emergency call namin. Arrested yung pasyente. No pulse, no breathing, madaling sabi, unconscious. May kasama akong licensed, registered nurse. Nag-start na ako ng compressions ko. Sabi ko doon sa nurse, ma'am, baka pwede niyo akong tulungan. Malayo-layo ang biyahe, hindi ko kakayanin to ng more than 5 cycles. Ano sabi ng nurse sa akin? Sir, hindi ko kaya. Kaya? Hindi ko kaya. Ganon siya. Can you imagine? Yun yung example ng being prepared. You have all the necessary paperwork, certification, training. Pero nung kinailangan ko sa'yo, na gawin mo yung gagawin mo, ano sabi mo sa akin? That's the difference between readiness and preparedness. Pagdating mo sa level ng readiness, you don't even think